We're live.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the April 2nd, 2026 Council Work Session. We'll start off with Chief Sebald.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, City staff. The first item on the agenda, I believe, is the baby box.
Yes.
This is just to approve the city manager to sign a contract with Safe Haven Baby Boxes Incorporated for no more than $24,700. This is just for the contract with Safe Haven. Construction will be separate, and we've also been talking with the city staff as far as where to place and where the construction would be for the baby blocks at the fire station. Trying to find a great location. So that's been in the works for almost 2 years. It's been a long process, several meetings. Even Safe Haven did a thing on the Teams meeting with the council. Any questions with that?
The $600 fee, is that for the alarm? Is that what that's for?
I'm sorry?
The $600 yearly fee, is that for the alarm system?
I believe so. Let me.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, there's an annual fee for the recertification, maintenance, any repairs, and annual review training. And then, depending on what term we go with, there's a $600 for every term renewal.
How long is the terms?
That I do not know. It just says the renewal of the lease agreement at the end of each term.
Okay.
So that I don't have an answer for. Anything else?
Any further questions?
Next would be the discussion of the Knox boxes requirement on new city businesses. Knox boxes are, if you're not familiar, it's basically the fire department has a master key that takes a digital code, and it is all recorded. But we have a master key. The new businesses will have a Knox box on located by their front door. It will have master keys in that. So our key will open up the box, and then that business will supply the keys for inside the box. So just in case after hours we get fire alarms or whatever, we're not busting doors down, busting the windows out or anything like that. We have access to get inside. And so that is in the Ohio Fire Code that we have authorization to do it. We're just making it an ordinance that we're going to require it in the city of Trenton. And it'll be no cost to the city.
Thank you. Any
questions on that? Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Beresford.
Good evening, Council. In front of you, there are two pieces of legislation regarding approving a change in location for the proposed Veterans Memorial. I think last council meeting, there was some discussion about moving the memorial from Community Park to where the new municipal building is. So that is that piece of resolution. It's more of a symbolic resolution. There's a second piece to that. There's a resolution amending Resolution 13-2025 to approve a change in location for the static display. A few months ago, council approved a resolution that authorized static display in Community Park. That's in relation to the Veterans Memorial. That there was discussion about having something there for added security measure. That is what that static display is. If council wishes to, they can approve that resolution, which would change the location from Community Park to the new municipal building. That's obviously up to council. If council wants to continue with that recommendation of just leaving that static display in Community Park, but change that as well if council would like to approve that. Thank you.
Any further questions?
I have one. Mr. Nichols, can you check into seeing what would be involved with possibly going ahead and running the electric out to that the site for the Veterans Memorial while we're doing the city building.
Yeah.
Seems like now would be the time to do that, so we don't end up having to tear up sidewalks or something to run it out there later.
All right, seeing no other comments, Mr. Nichols.
Thank you, Mayor Perry. Just wanted to go over some project updates. As it relates to the city building, you will see that the prefabrication panels are being installed on the northwest end of the building. Steel is scheduled tentatively for end of the month, early May. The SES water main to the complex site has passed purities and the water is available for construction use on site. As it relates to on-site improvements, the water main has passed testing and purities. The water main is almost completely installed to the tie-in point on the existing Centennial Run Boulevard. Water main loop around the city building will be connected in the next week or so. The electric conduits were held up on those with Duke. Our engineers working through that with Duke. Once the conduits are installed, SES can begin the final street cut and install curbs going to the north on Edgewood Drive, and that will open a window for the commercial outlot contractor to make their curb and paving connections as well. Stormwater revisions have been made, and now SES can make the final stormwater connections to basin number 3. There were some issues with the elevation and existing utilities. Those were taken care of on site. As it relates to off-site improvements, you'll see that the north side turn lane is under construction. You'll see some of that traffic, the cones out there recently. 3 storm pipe extensions and head walls are currently being installed. Moving dirt and building roadway is next. Their electrical contractor is continuing to install traffic pole foundations and underground conduits for electric. As it relates to the splash pad, the concrete pad pour is tentatively scheduled next week. It's formed up and ready and waiting for an inspection for the electrical bonding of the rebar and mesh within the actual pad itself. As it relates to the elevated water tower, Downing is working on the door support rebar while the re-steel crew continues installation of stem wall reinforcement. Wall penetrations for piping will be laid out and installed this week. Also, please keep in mind that this project is a 500-day process, so while things will be going vertical, it is going to be a slow-moving project due to the complexity of being over 200 feet tall and getting it vertical safely. So that's all I have as far as those projects. I do have a request to go into executive session to consider confidential information that is directly related to a request for economic development assistance under any provision identified in the Ohio Revised Code 121.22 subsection G8, or that involves public infrastructure improvements or the extension of utility services that are directly related to an economic development project, as necessary to protect the interests of the applicant or the possible investment or expenditure of public funds to be made in connection with the economic development project, and to confer with legal counsel and to discuss the employment or compensation of a public employee or official.
Thank you, Mr. Nichols. That was quite the executive session. There's one more thing that I wanted to add. Mr. Beresford sent us out an email earlier that we're inquiring about more Hometown Heroes banners around the city. How many is it that we're looking into?
Yeah, so I've identified 30 additional polls and have to verify a couple of polls just to make sure that their poll numbers are correct, but I hope to send that to Duke. And about this time last year, we started with the process with the 40 polls that I sent to Duke, and 15 were approved. These are not light polls, so I hope that there will be more polls approved. That was about a 4-month process, and those applications opened in September. I foresee that application process moving a little quickly because there was discussion with the Veterans Subcommittee about choosing the type of banners. So now that we have the banners, the artwork for the banners, we can just move forward with that. So I hope to have that process move quickly and efficiently. So it will happen, and looking forward to having that available to the public.
Thank you. And as stated in the last meeting, I think all of the poles leading to City Hall in the new area of Trenton will be city-owned, correct?
I believe there's been discussion about having city-owned poles, and those would be decorative poles, and that would be a lot easier. There won't have to be a permit process going through Duke.
Yeah, if possible, I think we should do that.
Absolutely.
Do we have any other questions or comments from council? All right, seeing none, I'll entertain a motion that we go into executive session for the reasons stated by City Manager Nichols.
So moved. Second.
Vice Mayor Croucher and Councilwoman Montgomery. Roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Croucher,
Yay.
Ms. Montgomery,
Yay.
Mr. Profit,
Yay.
Mr. Nichols,
Yay.
Ms. Butts,
Yay.
Mr. Rourke,
Yay.
Mayor Perry.
Yay. We're going into executive session at 6:40 p.m. I'd like to thank everyone, and we'll be back for the council meeting promptly at 7:30. Thank you.